Alright, Stone Story RPG. I've been meaning to take a look at this game. It's been out for about 2 weeks as of this recording. It's a game that seems to be made by one dude, Martian Rex is his name. You know how I like very indie games with just one dev or a very small team, and so this definitely appealed to me. And all of the graphics in the game are, made with ASCII stuff. So it's very particular. It's very unique. I've been, by the way, I've recorded the gameplay, played for about 20 minutes, and now I'm commenting on it after the fact, just in case anybody's wondering. So anyway, the game kind of plays itself. It's like a text RPG, text-based game, but with, graphical auto-play stuff in between the choices you make. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but anyway, you see what's happening on the screen. And so I really like how it looks. The music is great, sound effects are good, but the gameplay didn't really stuck with me. It's very simple, and it's borderline idle, like an idle game, and I'm not a big fan of those. The story, I'm intrigued, but at the same time, I don't have a lot to go on with. Anyway, and so you're as you see, you're exploring places, gathering stuff, and with the stuff you gather, you can craft other stuff. And as I said, everything that's happening right now is on auto. I don't have any agency on what's happening right now. At some point later on in the game, you can, during the little stage, you can equip different stuff. But apart from that, it's pretty much on auto. Oh, this scene was cool though. I like this tree, and I was sad. You'll see. I got a bit sad. So anyway, on the website, it explains that you need to reunite like seven or nine stones to make the world right, or something like that. It's pretty simple. But anyway, yeah. I think it's worth a look. If what you're seeing right now is appealing to you, definitely try the game out. It's free, so on that there's no risk. There's some in-app purchases. I'm showing them on screen right now. Not so sure what it entails. Online people who have played it more than me seems to say that they are really non-intrusive and there's no need to buy anything, so I guess it's fine. There's no ads, which is good. I really dislike games with ads, but yeah. And so now, as you can see, you can craft stuff. So you go on the stages, you collect stuff, and then you craft other things with what you collected. And it reminds me of the game A Dark Room. I don't know if anyone here ever played that, but it's very reminiscent to A Dark Room, but with more graphical stuff, which I like. It looks, I'm watching it right now as it's playing, and it's gorgeous. I really like what the dev Martian Rex, is his name. I don't remember if I said it before. I should have scripted that. I used to script my videos and then I stopped. Probably because I'm lazy. Yeah. So now I can use the shovel to get more rocks out of this rock. Now, I'm not so sure. While I was doing it, I was like, wouldn't it be better if I had a pickaxe here? But anyway, let's not ask too much questions. So the stages are very short, but at some point you get an item to upgrade their difficulty and allow you to get better loot out of the stages. I don't know how many stages there are. I've unlocked like 3 or 4. And now that I have the hatchet, I can chop the trees, and so I'm getting more wood, which is good because we need wood to craft other stuff. This is pretty much the gameplay loop, which is fine, really. I've been playing a lot of Dismantle lately. Finally bought the Doomsday expansion, and when I was playing this and criticizing the simple gameplay loop, I was thinking, the past few days I've played Dismantle and the gameplay loop is pretty simple too, so it's not a dig against the game. That's what I'm trying to say. The gameplay loop is simple, but oh yeah, and this is, man, I got very sad because I didn't thought I would auto-attack the tree. And poor tree saying, "How dare you unmake me?" It's super sad. Like, honestly, I liked that tree. That tree was like the best NPC in the game, and I've killed it. But I didn't want it to do so. Yeah, anyway. And as you get chest, you get loot. I don't know, it's probably random, but I'm not so sure. Yeah. I like that every items have some details on them. It's pretty well done. And the music's cool. But yeah, it's not a game I will really keep playing. I'm right now playing a lot of, like I've said, I'm playing a lot of Dismantle. On my PS4 I'm in the Trails series. More than halfway through Trails from Zero right now. And it's been quite amazing. Oh, now we're going to the Caves of Fear. So, last week we rented a cabin with my brother-in-law and his family, and there was that small but beautiful lake, and we had some water embarcations. I don't know. We had some like kayak and paddleboard to go and go on the lake. And for the first time in my life I did try the paddleboard. If you don't know what that is, it's like a big surf board, but you move around with a paddle, and that's why it's called a paddleboard. And it was quite enjoyable to go on the lake and stroll around. And I really don't like spiders, and we were really deep in the woods. This cabin was quite deep, seriously, like, yeah, it was in the forest, alright? And with the lake, it's quite the place for spiders, and there were so many spiders everywhere. It was crazy. And I really had to, take deep breath every few minutes. I mean, the first day was rough, but then I kind of got used to it. But yeah, on the first night, we were sleeping on the second floor, and I get out of the bathroom just before going to bed, and there's this big freaking spider on the wall. And I'm like, oh god, I didn't have anything on hand to dispose of the spider. And by the time I was looking around trying to find something, she went into a crack in the wall. And I realized that there were many cracks on the walls. And, I was going to bed thinking, shit, there's a bunch of spiders in the freaking walls. And yeah, it was not great. But then I kind of got used to it, and it went pretty well. We did some campfire at night, and we played some card games. It was pretty cool. Drank quite a bit of ethanol-based drink. Anyway, you know what I mean. It was pretty cool. Ate a bunch of nice food that we brought there. It was like 3 hours drive. It was kind of far. When you have kids that don't like driving that much. Of course the kids weren't driving, but my kids don't like to be in a car for a long time. So 3 hours is kind of our top. But yeah, so back in the Caves of Fear, aka a cabin in the woods. Oh, and I will put a picture on the screen right now to show you how creepy it could be. When we got there, you park your car up on the cliff. On the side of the road, there's a cliff. And to get to the cabin, you had to walk through some kind of stairs, but you'll see it on the screen right now. Yeah, those were the stairs. It was quite fun to bring the luggage in the cabin. That was, yeah. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, all of that tangent aside, this is a Stone Story RPG. I don't know what else I can say. As you can see now, we're going in the stages in harder difficulty, and it's definitely harder. When you die, I think it doesn't do anything really, because I died and didn't seem to lost anything. Well, I did lost the items that I got during the stage, but since the stages are quite short, it's not a big deal to just try it and see if you can make it. On the website, they're talking about some, strategic combat. And I suppose when you unlock better stuff, better items, you get more options as far as combat goes. But in the first few stages, there's really not much you can do. So yeah. And one of my goals during that play session was to get the how is it called? I kind of don't want to say the wrong thing. The small boat. I wanted to make a small boat, but I ended up not. Yeah, the canoe. How do you say that? Tell me in the comment section. But yeah, I wanted to craft it, and ended up not getting enough of tar, and yeah, I got kind of bored, even after just 20 minutes. So anyway, and now I can upgrade items. You can combine items and make better item out of it. So now, as you can see, I was doing 1 damage and now it's 3. So it's a pretty good upgrade. Oh, on the website too. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm on vacation, you know, and I haven't had a lot of time to make videos. Just wanted to cover this game. Just a little shout out for people to know it exists. Uh, those small games usually don't get a lot of press, so I'm doing what I can for small devs out there. But anyway, I haven't made much videos. Didn't had a lot of time. I have a few things I want to make, but it's always a matter of time. But yeah, I just wanted to make this short thing to give some news, say to people that I'm still alive. You would know I'm still alive if you were on my Discord channel, but yeah, maybe you're not. If you're not, there's a link to join in the description of this video. This is the most YouTube thing I've ever said. But yeah. I think this is when I die. Maybe. Or did it happen already and I was not looking because I was reminiscing my few days at the cabin. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can upgrade items, find some loot, go back, grind, get better stuff, unlock new places to go to, and look at the great ASCII art while you're waiting for the stages to complete. This is, yeah, this is pretty much what it is. And yeah, the thing I wanted to say, on the website, the dev is talking about the game being like, for the story, about 8 hours of gameplay, which is pretty good, and seems there's some post-game stuff you can do. So yeah, pretty alright. 8 hours is fine by me nowadays. Playing the Trails games, being, you know, JRPGs that takes between 30 and 50 hours to complete is it's not always the best when you're busy. I like shorter games nowadays. I've been playing a bunch of Dodonpachi too. Broke my record. And I'm now in the top 1% of the player. Which always feels kinda nice. I think this is when I'm bailing out. And we're gonna take a look at the options. And the reason I'm doing the commentary post video is because there's no volume slider, so you can turn the music on or off, but this is pretty much what you can do. And this is always something that I dislike. I like being able to adjust the volume of the music and sound effect and voice acting independently. I'm not a fan of the on-off option. But anyway, that was it. That was my first impressions of a Stone Story RPG. Hope you've enjoyed it in some ways. If you did, leave me a like and do the YouTube stuff. Join my Discord. We'll talk more there. And yeah, we should talk again pretty soon. Go play games, have fun. Bye bye.